That explains it. It had no power. Okay, let's do some homework. Switch over here. Music should be good. Good volume. Let me know if it's not. Or don't. Doesn't really matter to me. Might have the volume up a little bit more than normal for the music. Maybe not that much. That much should be good. Yep, just gonna do some homework tonight. And I figured why not do it where people can come in and chit chat. Maybe it'll help while away the time. I'll do this first. If I don't miss anything. Go. Sakari Azarel, thank you for the follow while I was offline. So today we're going to be learning about some air pollution. I'm just going to do reading assignments live. I'm not going to do quizzes or tests, and I'm not going to do like actual homework assignments just because I feel like that could cause issues for me, but reading assignments, literally all the answers are in the book. So I always like to start with the questions because there's like a 20% chance I'll know the answer. I guess America. Nope. India. Interesting. The pollution forces that create Asian brown cloud. Ash, acids, aerosols, dust, and smog covers the entire Indian subcontinent for much of the year. Smog layer cuts solar energy that reaches the earth by 15%. Asian brown cloud drifts over the Indian Ocean, cools the sea temperature. So we're looking at ash, acids, aerosols, dust, and smog. None of those options. Okay. Forest fires, burning of agricultural waste, and dramatic increases in the use of fossil fuels. Forest fires and agricultural waste fires. Boom. Correct. Despite high population growth and economic growth for the past 40 years in the United States, EPA regulations have the same here. Okay. Normally, feed everything. American European cities also under conditions where those currently experienced in Delhi, Beijing. Bad air, occasional severe smog events gradually led to the adoption of pollution control. How bad air quality once was in their hometowns, many American European cities still have bad air. Major port cities, oil, gas extraction areas, industrial cities. Yep. The past 40 years, air quality protections have increased in number and effectiveness, greatly improving public health. Okay, so we're just going to say overall improvement in air quality. Go with pollutants which the EPA classifies as criteria pollutants thought to contribute most to air quality degradation. sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides. That's what I'm gonna guess. These 6 are referred to as criteria pollutants. Sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, ozone, lead, particulate matter. One, two, three, four, five, six. I was right the first time. Power plants and blank are the primary sources of criteria air pollutants. Power plants, transportation. India has blank of the 20 smoggiest cities in the world. I would guess 15, 10. 50% of the smoggiest cities in the world. The Asian brown cloud. Weak? Southern Asia revealed a 3 kilometer, 2 mile thick cloud of ash has a smog covers the entire continent once a year. Forest fires, veterans. I don't understand why this. Oh, there it is. It can move halfway around the globe in a week. Okay. As reference to the US pollution regulations, air around us is cold. Ambient. I should have known that. Past few decades, EPA regulations in the United States have taught us that people, their quality and levels by economic population growth, their qualities work today, blah blah, can be improved, and economic growth can continue. Acronym for National Ambient Air Quality Standards. QRA. U.S. Clean Air Act has amended the 1970, was amended in 1970 to address 6 major pollutants referred to as urea, common source of criteria pollutants are transportation, cars are not. Pollution that leaks out from loose joints, fittings, and holes in pipes directly into the air are known as I would say probably point source pollutants. Point source, smokestacks, fusion and non-point emissions are those that do not go through a smokestack. Leaking valves, pipe joints contribute as much as 90%. Okay, so they're non-point. Urban residents in the country of India. Pollutants are released directly from the source into the air in harmful form. Some pollutants are converted to hazardous form into the air following exposure. Blank pollutants are released directly from the source point. Primary and secondary. Okay. Ambient air is the air around us. We learned that already. Blank acid forms when water interacts with sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere. That is the major. It's sulfuric. I don't know how to spell that. U.S. National Ambient Air Quality Standards are the blank. Allowable emissions: 6 pollutants. Nitrogen and oxygen combine in the heat of combustion to form nitric oxide. Nitric oxide further blank in the atmosphere to form nitrogen dioxide. Pollutants which the EPA classifies as bacteria pollutants are thought to contribute most to air quality degradation and include that. Oh shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are those ones? Sulfur dioxide, lead, suspended particulate matter, and carbon monoxide. Okay, the difference between point source and non-point source emissions is that non-point source emissions don't vent a smokestack. Nitrogen oxides combine with water to form nitric acid. The defining difference between primary and secondary pollutants. Source. No. When they're harmful. Okay. Blank ions are second only to particulate matter from smoke in terms of damage caused to human health by air pollutants. Gases, nitrogen oxide, water, form nitric acid, intrapleural precipitation. Volatile organic compounds interact with ozone to produce photochemicals. Wide array chemicals derived from industrial processes. I didn't hear this says anything about ions though. Particulate material. Includes dust, ash, soot, wind, blah blah blah. Natural enzymes, wide range of industrial mining processes. It's leading gas phase in the 1980s. Okay. The oxygen ions. Insert. Dangerous doses. Sulfate ions. Carbon monoxide, which is produced by internal combustion engine, land clearing and cooking fires, blocks blank uptake in blood by binding to the hemoglobin. I learned about this in flight school. Histotoxic hypoxia. Regulated criteria: pollutant under the Clean Air Act. Nitrogen oxides are reactive gases formed during blank when the nitrogen in fuel. Nitric oxides formed when heat of combustion. False, because ozone is valuable in the stratosphere as a shield. Its occurrence at ground level is also positive. That's a false. Alright. Moving on. U.S. Clean Air Act, Amendment 1970, addressed 6 major pollutants. 2 You okay? Organic compounds. Major source of smog, organic compounds, particulate organic compounds, is that what it was? Volatile organic compounds. It was really good. Major problems associated with nitrogen oxides include oh. What's that? Oh, drinking all the Ripple? Go figure. I knew she was after something. Yeah. That's why she was like, I'm not getting into anything. And then I heard her pouring a glass of something. It's a colorless, odorless, highly toxic gas produced by the carbon monoxide. Yeah. I just want to get a head start on this because I know that as I get busy through the week, I then end up having to cram at the end of the week. It was... Didn't I just put it on the... Maybe that was earlier. I thought I put it where I always put it, on the edge of the little bar there. But I don't see it there. I'm gonna go help find the remote. I'll be right back. been found. Okay, next question. The three-atom molecule of oxygen is formed. Organic compounds react with other pollutants in the presence of sunlight. Particulates are suspended materials in the atmosphere. Volatile organic compounds are processes. Incompletely burned. What are what compounds? Volatile organic compounds. Has to be it, right? I guess. Here we go. Blank are specially regulated in clean air. Oh. Let's get this cookie. There it is. This price just isn't going up. I'm trying to get this up to 200 so I can get my dragon leveled up. I'm really just looking for the achievement when it's all said and done. Blank are specially regulated in the Clean Air Act because their adverse impact on human health, often at low doses, those are air pollutants. What? Yeah. Oh yeah. That's funny. Well, maybe he gets the cologne. You never know. Nitrogen oxide is combined with water to form nitric acid. Is he? Is he the one that's like has the voice? Yeah. He shows his face? Or is it just his hands? How do you know? He's got fat hands, huh? A neurotoxin is a substance that primarily damages the brain and nervous system. I learned this in the Seaburn Defense course. Oh, is he? Oh, he's a Kanuki. What is the defining difference between primary and secondary is when they're harmful? Approximately 70% of airborne mercury is derived from... Let's find out. Coal-burning power plants. Oh, we got another cookie. Ooh, Cookie Storm. Everybody loves a cookie storm. Cookie Storm is cookie storming. Those still options. There we go. Look at that. 31 million. Let's get it up to 8 billion. That's, hey, look. I can do it. And I can still get this. Get those. Do that. Fully trained dragon. Ugh. Have them be even zeros. Or if I can do just hundreds right off the bat with all these. Easy schmeezy. The lime. And I'm just two, one, go. 2, 1, go. Yeah, I know I should be doing homework, but finally got my dragon fully trained. Important stuff, so let's see, what can I... 10% chance of summoning. Okay, faster than that. 123 CPS per golden cookie on the screen. I like that one. I'll do that one.
They call it Septic Saint Sam.
$45 seconds. Well, imagine if I got a cookie storm with this one. Okay, back to homework. Alright, since it was banning gasoline, yeah, lead. Dropped 90%, wow. Alright. Bioaccumulation of toxins like mercury occurs when toxins are out of the environment not removed. Life forms produce toxic compounds, pass up the food chain. That's what bioaccumulation means. Smoke, pollen, ash, and dust are examples of particulate matter. True or false, indoor air pollution is often higher than it is outdoors. I feel like that's false. It's the same. But let's see. Have concentrations to be illegal in the workplace because most of us now spend more time inside than outside. We also have higher exposure. Okay. Guess that's true. Perhaps, or hazardous air pollutants. Oof. What the? Oh, I forgot it now. Is an example of a blank in that exposure to mercury damages the brain and nervous system. Neurotoxin. True or false? It's not common for particulate pollution to be blown across the Pacific Ocean. That is not uncommon. That's true. Coal combustion, smelting, and waste combustion are the primary sources of mercury. Okay. Alright. Another. There it is. Coal combustion, smelting. Let's set this to hundreds. I'm not attempting to buy anything. Actually, we'll just get that one, and that one, and that one. 2 of those. That should be good. That should be good enough. Okay, coal combustion, smelting, waste. Yeah, I already answered that one. Anthropogenic emissions of carbon dioxide are increasing by about jeez. Massive dust storm. Okay, yeah, because the desert right there. Normal concentration is harmless, but emissions are rising steadily, about 0.5% per year due to human activities. 0.5%. Click and drag on elements in order. Place the steps leading to bioaccumulation of mercury in order. Okay. Burning coal releases mercury. And methyl mercury. Small fish eat that, and then large fish eat that. I think that sums it up. Regarding the regulation of greenhouse gases in 2007, U.S. Supreme Court ruled it was my guess is probably Supreme Court. The court ruled that the EPA has responsibility to limit these gases on the ground, the greenhouses. Okay. Identify the statement below that best describes the comparison between indoor and outdoor air quality. Indoor air quality is often much worse than outdoor. This image represents the ozone hole. Blank R. This is why I go through. This is how working adults go through their reading assignments. Blank are specially regulated because you can rely on a lot of your past knowledge to really know a lot of this. Let's see, our specially regulated and Clean Air Act. Yep, hazardous air pollutants. Meeting in Montreal, Canada produced the Montreal Covenant. Montreal Protocol. Wind can carry air pollutants up to blank of miles away from the original source of pollution, basically exemplified by Chinese particles thousands of miles. Tens of miles. Living in an area of heavy air population can significantly reduce your life expectancy. I think that's pretty obvious. What is the current trend of carbon dioxide emissions by humans? Yeah, they're increasing by 0.5% per year. Air pollutants that are strong blank, including sulfates, which can cause damage to eyes, acids. Oh, irritants. Okay. 2007 ruled that was the EPA's responsibility. And, precipitation that is made more blank by emissions. Acidic, I'm gonna guess? Yeah, alright. The ozone hole is best described as movement, the troposphere, disappearance of nearly all ozone. I'm gonna guess it's a movement. This phenomenon in 1985 probably been developing since the 60s. Explains ozone depletion, non-toxic, non-flammable, chemically inert, long-lasting, cheaply produced. These compounds were extremely useful as industrial gases. Refrigerator, okay, so in the stratosphere. Oh, that one sounds right. I heard a chime. Got a cookie. Back to the homework. As an example of how widespread this type of pollution is, Sweden alone has thousands of lakes that no longer support game fish or other sensitive aquatic species because of it. I'm gonna say mercury? Acid, huh? First aquatic ecosystem started to be damaged by acid precipitation. Okay. It's rough. The goal of the Montreal Protocol has largely been achieved. Agreements, phase out most CFCs. Okay. First several phase out CFCs is evidence that losses were larger and more widespread than previously thought. The deadline for the elimination of CFCs moved up 96, $500 million fund. Okay. Production in most industrialized countries has fallen sharply. Not being removed from the atmosphere rapidly when they are being added. In 50 years or so, stratospheric ozone levels are expected to be back to normal. Interesting. Climate change, CCs related compounds are such long-lasting greenhouse gases. That's crazy. So restore the ozone? Yeah, okay. Cool. I didn't know that that was a thing. Damage to trees, forests from acid precipitation was severe in eastern North America and high elevation forests. Mount Mitchell in North Carolina, nearly all the trees above 2,000 meters have lost needles. Wow. I live there. It's crazy. Oh, it's high elevation.
Where?
We live in North Carolina. The book talks about Mount Mitchell. Air pollution can have negative health effects on people, including increased occurrence of heart attacks, respiratory disease, and lung cancer. Why is acid rain no longer the widespread problem it was 30 years ago in the United States and Europe? Bigger problems to be concerned with. Source of emissions, the creators no longer being used. Air pollutants are commonly inhaled, but direct absorption to the skin is also. Rain and other types of precipitation are made acidic by industrial emissions of mercury, sulfates, nitrogen. Is there anything highlighted in here? Population, yeah, okay. Smoke soot, yeah, acids, all limestone, okay. Parthenon in Rome, yeah, okay. Find it in this. Recognize the widespread pollution problem. We see some days. Air pollution offense. Okay, okay. Sulfur dioxide, sulfuric acid. Obviously, sulfuric acid's a big one. Nitric acid is a big one. I don't know if carbon dioxide causes it though. Industrial emissions of sulfur dioxide, sulfate, nitrogen oxides. Sulfur dioxide. Here we go. And carbon dioxide. I missed carbon dioxide. Oh, I heard a chime though. We got a cookie. Ooh. This is what this is, right? Dragon harvest. Cookie production times 15 per 2 minutes. Oh, so I don't have to click. Okay. Works for me. Let's. Oops. Back to the questions. Okay. Eggs and young fish are killed when lakes receive acid rain and subsequently the waters. Oh. Acid rain, water's pH. Alright, moving right along. We're more than halfway done. This is great. Atmospheric acids can quickly destroy buildings made out of marble and limestone. Alright, in general, the forests of the blank eastern United States suffer the most. Higher temperatures are often found in cities than in the surrounding countrysides. The low albedo of concrete and brick. Albedo is reflectivity. And like how much energy it reflects from the sun. This thing is like really. Maybe I just gotta up that one a bit, or I'll just go with the dramatic lighting, I guess. Okay. The low albedo of concrete and brick and the lack of water for evaporation both add to the pollution control has been blank at decreasing the effect of acid rain in the United States. Chime. Where is it? Boom. We're looking still. This price is not moving. All right. Pollution control. Boom, like Scandinavia. Okay. High elevation force. Pollution control has been undertaken by Canada, United States, Southern European, blah blah. Emission power plants decreased dramatically 3 decades. Blah, blah. Well, I think that shows probably that it's been incredibly successful. Okay, gigantic haze blob, as much as 3,000 kilometers across, covers much of in the summer. If all human-made sources of air pollution were shut down, the air would clear in a few days. There would be 150 kilometers of visibility everywhere. I would say eastern. Customers of these conditions don't realize air was once cleaner. Studies indicate, however, that all human-made resources of air pollution are shut down. Yep. Much of the eastern United States. Yep. Air pollutants that are strong blank include sulfates. Strong irritants. Dilution is the blank no longer works to control air pollution because of global industrialization. Dilution is the solution. Because it rhymes. That's why politicians probably try to push that one, because it's easy to sell a rhyme. Precipitation that made more plants made more acidic. Because most air pollution in the developed world is associated with transportation and energy production, the most effective air pollution strategy would be to take measures such as reducing electricity consumption. Chime, cookie, out of here. The most effective air pollution strategy. Pollution developed or associated with transportation, the most effective strategy would be conservation. Sense? Air pollution can damage buildings and infrastructure by probably those three. It rains in places, seas throughout the world. Air pollution destroys some of the other cars, buildings. Smoke, soot, coat buildings, paintings, textiles. As this is all limestone, marble destroys features. Okay, build up the smoke and stuff. I thought that one might have been one, but I wasn't sure. So we'll get that question again. It'll be okay. Lack of vegetation, surface water in cities, and the low blank of concrete albedo. Particulates, sulfur, and hydrocarbons are all substances that can be controlled following blank to prevent them from escaping into the atmosphere. How quickly would it take for air visibility to improve? A few days. Identify all particulate removal techniques. Okay, let's read about particulate removal techniques. Filters, trap particles. Is that a chime? Yep, there's the cookie. Mana bloom. Okay. Okay, let's see. Most air pollution in the developed world is associated with transportation and energy production. Conservation, I already talked about that. Removal involves filtering air emissions, filters trapped in mesh. Industrial air filters join giant bags to which vacuum cleaner bags can be huge. It's just filtering. Ash particles. Large electrodes, electrically charged particles then collect on the opposite charge. Okay, so we got filters, we got electrical charge. Electrostatic. Come on. Filter and conservation. Shucks. Alright. Catchphrase, dilution is the solution to pollution, once characterized the main approach to air pollution. Smokestacks, for example, disperse pollutants over a large area. However, this approach no longer works because global industrialization. Okay, electrostatic precipitators are used to filter air emissions from factories. I mean, yeah. Conservation techniques such as reducing energy consumption, using public transportation, and insulating buildings better all help to reduce pollution. Coal not only varies in its carbon content, but also in its flake content. Switching from types that contain a high level of this substance to a low level. Okay. Sulfur content. Atmospheric gases quickly destroy buildings made out of marble, limestone. Sulfur not removed before coal is burned can be removed after combustion by using reduce sulfur. Acts of vegetation. Alright. Blah blah blah. It can be crushed, washed, sulfur removed. That sulfur can be extracted after combustion with catalytic converters. Maybe that's why they're always stolen. Well, hello, Servum Knight. How you doing tonight? Welcome. The following substances. I'm just doing some homework, just hanging out, listening to some tunes. I was going to start this earlier, but our exchange student wanted to play Mario Kart. Obviously, that was more important, so. Which of the following substances are currently being captured by physical devices after combustion? Sulfur, ash. I feel like maybe hydrocarbons. But maybe not, because maybe you get a lot of hydrogen. I'm gonna say no hydrocarbons. I'm gonna go with that. Ah, it was hydrocarbons. Alright, filtering of emissions to remove ash from fuel gas after burning is called particulate removal.
What was that?
Oh, okay. Chrissy May is watching some weird YouTube videos on her phone in the back there.
Hands ever.
Yeah. Electrostatic precipitation involves particulate removal. Hey, we got a chime. Bam. Just a lame old lucky one. Oh yeah? That used to be a joke that you'd play on people. If your hand's bigger than your head, you have whatever disease, yeah, cancer, or whatever, AIDS, whatever it was. Yeah. Let's see, clean air legislation seems like regulation everyone could agree on, yet it is often controversial. This is because too few options, easier, more profitable for polluters to externalize the cost of pollution. Yep. Changing from the use of blank to another fuel such as natural gas or nuclear power can eliminate all sulfur emissions. Coal actually did a report on nuclear power last week. First signed into law in 1963, the blank was the first national law for air pollution in the United States. Crushing, washing, gasifying coal can reduce the amount of sulfur. New source review established in the Clean Air Act, Amendment 1977, allowed polluters to exempt older equipment from the new pollution limits. Boy, I don't know. Let's see. Time. Vision was originally adopted because industrial argued it would be intolerably expensive to install new pollution control equipment. Grandfather new pollution limits with the stipulation that when they were upgraded or replaced, more stringent rules were. Wow. Oh. I should have read that more carefully. Oh well. Particulates, sulfur, and hydrocarbons are all substances that can be controlled following combustion. We already had that one. Clean Air Act does add costs since removing pollutants costs more than not doing so. However, the economic benefit have been shown to outweigh the costs by a factor of 25 to 1. Identify all the particulate removal techniques in the list below. Filtering, electrostatic precipitators, and that's it. While most criteria pollutants have been reduced since the passage of Clean Air Act, the growing number of automobiles has kept levels of carbon monoxide. No? Okay, nitrogen oxides. Health advocates argue that companies should pay for air pollution prevention upfront. Although it may save companies money to spend less on pollution prevention, the net result of this would be that the public would have to pick up these measures? I don't know. Hey Gandalf, how's it going? You just missed Servum night. I'm just sitting here doing some homework. I figured I'd see if people wanted to hang out with me while I did it. So far, I don't blame them for their decision. What was this question again? Oh, yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah, okay, grandfathered in. Yep, 25 to 1. Okay. Guess I'm gonna have to read the non-highlighted stuff here. Blah blah, rules control population, police pay, police control, okay, yep. Okay, easier, more profitable, let the public absorb the expenses. Pick up these expenses. The current WHO estimate are that approximately 6.5 million people die prematurely every year. I'm gonna guess air pollution. $3.12 million or premature death. What? That's not 6.5 though. Other premature deaths attributed to indoor air pollution, so total 6.5. Okay. Yep. You got a cold? That sucks. Not a fan of colds. We had, yeah, well, I mean, fair enough. It's not COVID at least, but yeah, I still have to get mine. I'm going to. I just haven't gotten around to it. And I have to do it when I don't have a flight within 72 hours, so it's kind of irritating. Maybe it's 12 hours. It's 12 hours for a vaccine. If I go tomorrow. We got a cookie chime. There it is. I thought I put this on 100. Alright. First national law of the United States for air pollution control. Despite being one of the world's most populated cities, will be Delhi. Congress in the 1977 News Source Review agreed to allow companies to keep using their old equipment. Select the best summary below how well this worked. I would say that companies are probably still using grandfathered equipment. Congress agreed to grandfather existing equipment and upgraded. The results have been that owners have kept old facilities operating precisely because they were exempt. Yep. Results of the Clean Air Act overall can be described as... I have mixed results. Tremendously successful. All right. Tremendous. You think it's because you didn't get the flu shot that you got a cold? I know Chrissy May and our exchange student just got over a pretty bad cold. Clean Air Act has led to a great reduction. Those are the most criteria pollutants. However, 2 pollutants have not dropped significantly. Those 2? Hey, look at that. Of the estimated 3.1 million people who die prematurely because of outdoor air pollution, most are located in newly industrialized countries. Cookie chime. Bam. Alright, what spurred the cleanup of Quibdó, Brazil? Once so polluted it was known as the Valley of Death. Well, let's read about it. Okay, nothing in there about Brazil. Nothing there about Brazil. Here we go. Decades ago, Cubatao, Brazil, was described as the Valley of Death, one of the most dangerously polluted places in the world. A steel plant, huge oil refinery, fertilizer, and chemical factories churned out thousands of tons of air pollutants every year that were trapped between onshore winds and uplifted plateau on which Sao Paulo sits. Trees dying on surrounding hills, birth defects, respiratory diseases are alarmingly high. Since then, citizens of Quibdó have made remarkable progress. End of the military rule, restoration of democracy allowed residents to publicize their complaints. Okay. Hard to complain when you're living under a regime. Environment became an important political issue. State of Sao Paulo invested $100 million. Private sector spent twice as much cleanup. Public campaigns, restoration of democracy, public-private money. Wow. New source review established Clean Air Act 77, allowed polluters to exempt all equipment, new pollution limits until the equipment was upgraded or replaced. Chime! Bam! While most criteria pollutants have been reduced since the passage, the growing number of automobiles has kept nitrogen oxide levels high, and with that, we complete the assignment. We have finished the mission. We are done. In just over an hour, we were able to get that reading assignment done. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with me. I might do more of these. I know not a lot of people came in, but it actually helped me focus on the homework a little bit, so that was nice. If it helps, it helps, so why not keep doing it, right? If you did come in and this is kind of you liked hanging out or whatever, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, hit the follow button on Twitch, so you know when I go live again. I do a show with my wife every Friday called Wine with the Wifey. Sometimes we have guests over. This Friday we're doing it dress up style, so in honor of Halloween, so that should be fun. So make sure you come by for that, and until next time, keep your head above water.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down. Below me, bully boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. Our boats were lost, there were only 4, and still that whale did go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The Wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain